I've been thinking about starting to record my progress or failures with losing weight. I've been really scared about doing it. I fight constantly with the idea of being pretty. I petrified of falling in love with somebody that could hurt me or one of my family members. And I think when that fear took over my life, I found a solution that prevented people from doing just that. If I was fat enough, the only thing that anybody would see is disgust. And I was safe. I guess about 5 years ago, I was in a dark place and I wanted to kill myself. At that point, I'd already spent 6 years locked up in my apartment, and through a series of events, I ended up getting some help, and I was diagnosed with a panic disorder, agoraphobia, and post-traumatic stress disorder. Why? Doesn't really matter. But it happened. And when you have those kind of conditions, depression occurs. So I would spend my time thinking about how to kill myself. And my mother made me promise that I wouldn't do that. Again, I found the solution in food. It's not like I decided to eat myself to death, but that's what I did. I ate, and I only slept, and I only woke up to eat again, and to sleep again. That was, I'd wake up if my kids had a question, or my mom wanted to talk to me for a minute, and then I'd roll back over and go back to sleep again. It was a very dark place, lonely, but not scary. And in a lot of ways, there was comfort in it. When I was asleep, I didn't have to deal with the present time. As I started learning how to deal with my panic attacks, with professional assistance and medication, I would relapse, and nothing would have changed, but I would stop losing weight, become terrified again, and so we went back to the beginning and looked at my diagnosis and discovered that I had been dealing with, and everything snowballed from being bipolar. It's not a nice label. People think you're crazy. You're not allowed to be on either extreme, or you're just, oh, she must have forgot to take her meds. But I can have a legitimate reason for being mad, a legitimate reason for being sad. but it's not accepted. I'm brushed off because I must be just being bipolar. So with all those emotional and mental illnesses, my weight loss journey has been very slow. The first couple years, I lost 30, 40 pounds. I was just happy with the fact that I wasn't gaining anymore. At that time, I don't know how much I weighed, but when I went in for surgery, then gave me enough stuff to put me to sleep for that of somebody weighing 580 pounds. That's what it took to knock me out, so they could perform what they needed to do. I now weigh 380 and change. And it is 6 years later. And I wish I had been strong enough to record my success so far. But I still have a lot more success to go. And it is the scariest part. Because in a lot of people's minds, I'm soon going to be the weight that it can be acceptable to somebody, and they might become interested in me. It scares me. It scares me awful. I know I've spent the last 12 years alone with just my family. Very, very comfortable, warm blanket that has been wrapped around me. But I need more. I recognize this now, and I'm now in a place that I'm healthier mentally to want it. I want to have a friend. I want to have somebody come over, have tea, talk about our days, share crafting ideas, go out for a stroll, swap stories about our dogs. That would be wonderful. And a lot of people take that for granted. I know I did. It wasn't a conscious decision to suddenly be alone. But it happens. You can't visit, you can't go anywhere. All my friendships have disappeared. They've moved on with their lives. They didn't have to stay still, and I'm glad that they didn't. So I've got to figure out how to forge new friends. It always came naturally to me before, but I'm at a loss. I don't know how to do that now. And I'm talking about this because to lose weight is not just eating the right food. It's not just about exercising. It's about being balanced. If you're emotional and you're negative, it's harder to stay away from food for me. If you don't have everything in your life, I don't mean perfect, but you have to have it in your life so that it doesn't overwhelm you with the loss of it. And that's where I am today. I will get a better camera than this. Right now I'm just using my phone. But I thought I would make this video hoping that there is people out there that maybe be encouraging, maybe have similar stories to share. Wonderful success stories would be great. But I'm planning to buckle down, and for the first time in 12 years, 6 of those years being trying to control my weight, that I'm going to make every waking moment about learning to love myself, learning to find people to love, and relearning the right foods to eat and falling in love with them. Because wouldn't it be great if you have a really bad day and all you can think about is having steamed broccoli? Now, wouldn't that be great? You got a bowl of ice cream, but you want that steamed broccoli. I don't know if that'll happen, but at least I can make those choices, and we'll see how fast or how successful things become. The start time for my diet will begin in 13 more days, and tomorrow will be my first day exercising. It's going to be difficult. I have a heart condition. I don't know if you can see, but I am in a wheelchair. Nope. Sorry, can't get the right view. You're just going to have to trust me that. So I'm going to have to be creative because I'm not rich. There will be no gym, no coach, no wonderful Biggest Loser club to assist me along the way. And with it just being me and my 3 kids, I know it's going to be a challenge. I have no illusions. My mother is dead, and she was always the person that could pick me up and help me put the pieces back together. And she's been gone 5 years, and I've got to learn to do it. Thank you for listening, and I will update you on how tomorrow, day 1 of exercising, goes. I don't want to do everything at once. I don't want to be overwhelmed, and I want to build myself for success, not failure. So I will add in things that I don't normally do in my day, and I'll share them with you. Of course, if you're not interested, just hit the stop button and go find that section of YouTube that interests you. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.